rainy day. Let me take you away. All I need is just saying yeah, 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 yeah. Better nights, better days when you're here with me.
What's going on YouTube? My name is Ronee. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can see when I upload new videos. Today I am going to show you about I'm going to give you 3 different ways how to start a clothing company. And I have tried all 3 of these ways, yes. I could actually probably give you 4. Some of this is going to be information from some of my previous videos, but I'm just going to show you how to start a clothing company. Okay, so if you have already watched my how to brand from Alibaba video, this information might be a little bit redundant in some areas. But what I'm going to do is leave timestamps below so that you can skip to whatever information it is that you want, and you don't have to necessarily watch the whole video if you don't want to. Okay, so let's get into this video. Okay, so just starting out, you want to create a name that you know sounds good. You know, you're going to try to figure out what this sounds like. You don't want it to be too much. And you also don't want it to be too little, but also do whatever you believe in. Don't stick by, I'm a real believer in not playing by the rules when it comes to your passion. So just say it to yourself a couple times. See if that sounds like something you can see blowing up or people would like to wear. So with me, I have the Beautiful Boss Clothing. I can kind of show you a little bit of what I do and how I do my things. But when I first did that, I was just like, a lot of people would call me a boss or say and beautiful and say certain things like that. So then I was like, oh, I want to put this together. And I also wanted other women to feel uplifted in the sense of, you know, you're a boss or you're beautiful. And I felt like it's the female entrepreneur, although I wouldn't be upset if a guy bought it. But, you know, the Beautiful Boss, I felt like that was nice and clean. I see a lot of like boss bee and, you know, certain things that just don't necessarily fit me, and it may fit other people, you know, the way that it's said or written. But for me, I just didn't see myself calling myself, you know, a boss bee. Not like I have anything wrong with it, but I just wanted something a little more soft. You know, I think I'm just in my soft girl season for the most part. Okay, so that was the premise behind why I named my clothing line, this clothing line, What I Did. Another example is I actually just started for the kids. Another example is a clothing line that I started for the kids, which is Chocolate Milk Clothing, which is just little things that have been drawn. Yeah, my daughter and I, when everybody else used to go to school and it was just us, now she's in school too, but when she was at home with me, we were looking up how to draw a pizza or how to draw a cupcake or how to draw these other things. So we drew these pictures of this food, and I had someone make me the Chocolate Milk Clothing logo, and I was just like, let's put this on shirts. And what I did is I actually, I'll leave the link below on Etsy, but what I actually did is I had my daughter put on the clothes. I ordered the clothes and I was like, oh, this is dope. And I had a lot going on. And then just recently I seen her walking around in it, and it was still really cute. It reminded me of that clothing line, and I was just like, oh, I should really get back on that. So I went ahead and started that. I actually just relaunched a bunch of projects, and I'm just like going really hard on a lot of the stuff that I once started and I couldn't pursue once I got sick, or, you know, I was working at the airlines or whatever. But okay, enough about me. So think about your ideas and think about how, you know, you want it to be perceived, or what you want to represent, or, you know, what is your niche? Like, is this going to be for teachers? Is this going to be for hunters? Is this going to be for the single moms? Is this the, you know, black men or black women, or, you know, the businesswoman? Just think about who you want to target. And this is also really good with making your logo, because think about what type of colors you want. You know, like obviously you would want certain colors for certain people. If you're doing this for women, you're going to want softer colors. If it's for men, maybe if it's unisex, it doesn't really matter. What are your favorite colors? What colors do you think look good together? I actually just recently learned that I apparently like black and gold. There's black and gold literally around me everywhere. My table that I created. And so just figure out what colors you want. Okay, so now let's get into the meat of things. You have your idea, you're ready to move. Okay, you're ready to create this clothing line. You believe in yourself, right? Please believe in yourself. Please. Like, don't come up with all this idea and do all these things and then don't end up following through with, your idea. Be patient with yourself. Trust the process. Allow yourself to grow and enjoy every minute of it. There's going to be a lot of different things you go through. But, okay. So you have your idea. So the first one I'm going to tell you is to buy a heat press. Okay. I actually have a heat press and I used to do a lot of custom projects. I will if I'm requested still, but so yeah, buy a heat press. It is actually very easy to do. You can buy a heat press or you could do a screen printing company, where you're screen printing your stuff, and you can go to Hobby Lobby or buy a heat press. Okay. I actually have a heat press and I used to do a lot of custom projects. I will if I'm requested still, but so yeah, buy a heat press. It is actually very easy to do. You can buy a heat press or you could do a screen printing company, where you're screen printing your stuff, and you can go to Hobby Lobby or you go to Hobby Lobby, you get all your stuff, you come home and you print. You just print everything that you want, or you do a heat press. There's tons of heat press videos on how to heat press. I would be all day trying to tell you that, but there's tons of videos on how to heat press. That's how I learned how to do it. It's just different YouTube videos, and there's Facebook groups, heat press groups that give you different ideas that really you'll be like, whoa, this is a whole nother world. It's like a Pandora's box once you get yourself into one of these groups, and the ideas that they have and the stuff that you're able to print. Like, I was able to print on napkins and just anything you wanted, I was able to do. I guess I am still able to do with the heat press machine. The heat press machine is really dope and it's come in handy so many times. I've even let my family use it and on whatever projects they're doing. And Hobby Lobby has like a Cricut, which I have too, but they also have this, like, you could create custom mugs through this whole section, over there in Hobby Lobby, that you can do so many things with it. If you're interested in that, I would say definitely do some research. YouTube is just so dope to have. They have everything you need. Just type it in and you will be able to learn whatever it is that you need to learn how to do. So that would be number one, is you're going to be printing out your stuff on your own. I feel like as far as costs goes, that's pretty much going to be really easy to do. And it depends on what you're printing out. Like, if you're just printing out something for, cheerleading coaches or, something like that, then, but yeah, certain things that you would want to just have on hand so that you could hand it out at games, or you could sell it at games or in the streets, and now you have your product right there, and you may have spent $8 to $10 to create it, and you're selling it for 20 or 30 or 40, however whatever it is you're trying to do. So that's one way to do things. This is also a good way if you have like a production crew, or you're just trying to get some shirts for your crew or your company or whatever it is that you're doing. That's a good way to do it, and it's cost effective. Okay, number two, another idea how to create, which it's pretty much along the same lines as the last one, where you'll be printing them yourself. It's pretty much the same as the first one, where you'll be printing them yourself. I don't know why I couldn't get that out. But you can order in bulk on Alibaba. You could order your shirts in bulk on Alibaba. So I'm going to show you, if you've already watched my Alibaba video, you pretty much know. That's my best friend. So I'm just going to type in Alibaba here, and I'm going to show you, you could order your shirts in bulk, but here's the difference. You can also order them already made, and you know, get them in bulk already made, and you don't have to worry about printing anything. Yeah, when you get it on here and it has the logo and everything exactly the way that you want it. So let's move over to my laptop, and I'm just going to show you different ways to do this. I'm going to show you how to order your plain clothes in bulk, and how to also have your brand put on these clothes and order those the same way. Okay, so here we are. So let's just look up some things that we want. We'll say clothing. So if you're going to do, let's say we want to do these t-shirts. Here's all the information you need. They're telling you how much each piece is going to cost, depending on how much you get. If you watch my previous video, you'll see that I was saying the more you order, the cheaper it's going to be. Also, always check reviews, okay? I like to deal with people that have a lot of reviews, and a lot of reviews from the US, because I want to make sure that they have a good reputation, but that doesn't mean that they don't if they don't have a lot of reviews. And then also make sure that you yourself are reviewing products and leaving your vendors good reviews, so other people know and it helps them in their company. So, like I was saying before, that there's going to be a minimum order on everything that you get. So this minimum order is one piece. Okay, so they'll do this for one piece. They'll also give you a sample, but this is the biggest thing, and this is going to be the best way. Communicate with your vendor. Hit contact, chat with your vendor, add your vendor to your favorites, your business, whatever, like your business, their business card or whatever. So just looking through here, um, let's say clothing, and then we'll put in private label. Like I was saying before, they will show you they'll show you videos of their warehouse, their manufacturing company. So this is perfect. So say you're looking for activewear. This clearly shows you where your logo will be on here. So you could go on here and just upload the logo. They'll put it on the tag. Now specify what it is that you want. Everybody has a different MOQ. That's going to be the minimum you're going to have to pay. It's cheap. It's good quality. But you're not going to have to pay a whole lot of money. If you're just looking for you're just looking for your tags, for your labels. You want to put those on yourself. Some companies will put the labels on for you, and you tell them, I want whatever company to be on there. And then you're just going to really do your research. So, private label clothing for men. Let's try this one. So here's the same thing. Custom logo here. Your logo here. You want to have your own. This is always a cute idea, I think, just to start out. And it just depends on what you want. But this is also, cute, easy. You want to have your own jogging suits. This is how much you're going to pay. You'll end up paying, if you order 1,000 pieces, $10 per piece. And you're going to make your money back because your idea is so dope and you believe in yourself. So let me just say, if you have a tax ID, Alibaba will not charge you tax. So if you want to provide that information, it will pop up and give you the option to do so. That's a good idea. So I just showed you how to put your label on them and order them in bulk, or get the clothing you want in bulk and put the labels on, or the logo, or whatever dope saying you want on there on your own. That's another way for you to do things. And then another way that I'm going to show you, there are so many companies that will do this for you. And you just have to do your research. I'm going to show you a few of them. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to upload some. But there's like, just off top, I'm thinking about like Spreadshirt, Printify, Printful. There's so many companies. But you could upload your logo and you can see how everything is going to look in real time. And you can see it happen as you're doing it. And they also give you mock-ups on how to, right away. So let's go into one of my accounts. I'm trying to think about what account I want to show you. I'll show you the chocolate milk clothing. This is really, really simple. And these stores connect to Etsy and they also connect to Shopify. So you can click a button and you can create a bunch of clothing, and then you could click a button and send them all over to your Etsy store or to your Shopify. I want to say or to both, but let me not lie. I don't know if you could do both, but I'm sure you could do both. But yeah, I did this. I did the chocolate milk clothing through this company. I'm going to show you. I'm going to log in and show you. And then I sent it over to Etsy. Okay, so I actually don't know what happened to that last video. Okay, so here we're at Printify. As you see, it's connected to Etsy up here, but you're going to go up to catalog, and this is everything that you could brand yourself. This is everything that you could put whatever you want: phone cases, bags, socks, underwear, sportswear, tank tops. There's so many different things. Obviously, right? And this is everything that you could brand your. Okay, so I actually don't know what happened to that last video. Okay, so here we're at Printify. As you see, it's connected to Etsy up here, but you're going to go up to catalog, and this is everything that you could brand yourself. This is everything that you could put whatever you want: phone cases, bags, socks, underwear, sportswear, tank tops. There's so many different things. Obviously, right now, back to school is going to be what's popping. So if you are creating a brand right now, I would target that. If you can, really dedicate yourself to have it up right away. Postcards, glassware, mugs, towels, home decor. There's so many things here that you can do. So let's just figure out one that we want to do. Let's say tank tops. So we want to go with tank tops. So it looks like they only have men's tank tops here. Although if you go here and you go under women's, here we go. Women's tank tops. Okay, so bestseller shows you where your design can go. We're just going to click on one. This is what the item looks like. This is, we're going to just start designing. So this shows you where you could put your design at. So we'll go to my library. And here we'll put a cupcake. Okay. So that's a cute little cupcake there. This will allow us to make it larger, make it smaller. If you have a design that you can design all over, and it will tell you if you could design all over, that's a lot of fun too, because you can just, you could you could do whatever you want all over, but you could also just like add into a print, like create a pattern. I don't know why I couldn't think about that. Okay. This is just showing you different patterns. If you take the original image from the pattern, you change it, it's going to change everything about it. You want your pattern to go this way, that way. There's a lot of different things you could do with these. You want to make it smaller, it will fill in the blank. So now you have that cute little shirt. Now we're going to save the product. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to, it's showing you front and back. Usually they'll allow you to do both. They're just going to ask you to name it. They're showing you how much you're going to make, how much you would need to sell them for. Everything is here and everything is self-explanatory. So it's really good because you're just going to fill out what you need. They're actually asking you, do you want mockups? So you would select yes. Now, some of the mockups on here may not be the best, so I'm about to show you where else you could get mockups from. And then you want to make sure that you publish it. And when you hit publish, it's going to shoot to your store, whatever store you have connected to this. Okay, so Printify and most of these companies will give you mockup material so that you don't have to go and hire a model to model your stuff. Now, I like to have my stuff on hand, so I will order my own products and try to only wear them, and that's it. But if you have somebody that can model them, that would be cool. I used to offer people, how do I say this? Yeah, I used to have models that would model my stuff for me. It does get pricey, and it also depends on what you're willing to invest in that, because you're dealing with a lot of different personalities and a lot of people. It just depends on, what you want. And last but not least, how to create mock-ups for your brand. So if you have a company that doesn't offer you mock-ups or you don't like their mock-ups, you could come over to this site, and I'm about to show you where it is, and you could create your own mock-ups with your own look, however you want to represent it. You will see this a lot on some of my sites, how I have a mock-up wearing my clothing. So let's go over to my laptop again, and I'm just going to show you how to do this. Okay, so this site is called Place It. So I pay probably about $14-15 a month for Place It. There's so many different things you could do here, from banners for your website to adding your logo or whatever you want to clothing, as you see. So I'm just going to do this for you and show you something, how to do this. So it's giving us some options. Okay, so let's say we just want women for a shirt. So you come here, you go through all your images, you see, what do you want to represent your brand? Do you want just the shirt? That's cute. Do you want an actual person to represent it? Do you want actual people to represent it? Do you want a guy, a girl? She has a dog. Are you doing a dog walker owner type of vibe? The businesswoman. Okay, so let's just pick something so we could upload our shirt, our stuff to it. And with Place It, I like it a lot because it actually does look real, and it looks like they actually have on whatever it is that you're wanting them to wear. So we'll just pick her. And then, they do have an annual plan. Insert image. Recently uploaded. So you have them. You could change the color of her shirt. We want it to be black. Now she's wearing my brand. These other photos of her on the side are also wearing my brand. But yeah, now that's done, you could download it, add it to your website. And you could continue to pick other people. You get as many as you need for whatever plan you're on. So let's do this one here. Black. So that's cute. And you could choose whatever model you want, whatever you want to put on them, and add it to your site. Okay, so that's it. Thanks so much for watching my video. Hit that subscribe button. I hope that this helps you a lot. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And good luck on your journey in your clothing line if that's what you're interested in starting. I think that too, a lot of stuff that I feel like may be self-explanatory may not be. So if you need help or you have any questions, let me know. Reach out. And thanks so much for watching.
Any night, any day, let me take you away. All I need is just saying yeah, 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 yeah. Better nights, better days when you're here with me.